Hi everyone, my name is Louis Adibe. Welcome to my channel. So today we'll be discussing about Azure Spec notebook error notification. And this is the kind of error you encounter when you try to run your notebook using PySpark in Azure Synapse Analytics. Now let's dive into it. In Azure Synapse Analytics, now we're trying to use Spark to run this notebook. So as you can see from here, your Spark job requested 12 vehicles. However, the workspace has a 0 call limit. It's requested that we should increase the number of vehicles, right? So when you type, you can go to search bar and type quotas. Quotas. Then you click on my quotas. It's going to come up. We choose total regional vCPUs. So assume it's in Australia. So you have to choose when you create your resource group, the region where your resource group was created. So you will need to be aware of that when you created your resource group. I'm using Australia because that's where it's created in my case. And for standard, now let's go to the next quote name I want to choose can be standard DV3 family CPUs, right? And we come here, we click on request quote increase. Click on this tab and select enter a new limit. Now let's zoom 150 and 100 with submit. So we submit and wait for a while, reviewing our request. Wait for a few minutes. So after running the request, it's not successful. We're unable to increase our request. And when we try to create the support request from here, it says, oops, this is where it shows an error. Yeah, so you can basically go back to home and create support request. You go to search bar and select support request. And it's going to now on the problem description tab. Issue type, we select because we're trying to increase our quota, right? So select limit quota. And by default, it's selected student's account. But there is an error message here. There's a warning here which reads that your subscription isn't eligible for a quota increase. This is probably due to the fact that we don't have enough credits. And in this case, because we're using a student account, we can go further to dig further to verify what's as the cause of this problem. Now let's go further for further verification and digging. And we can go to now when you go to the tab, you go to your browser and type Microsoft Azure sponsorship.com. When you click on that, you will need to sign in using your student accounts that are used for creating this Azure subscription. We'll observe it right here. It says sponsorship is not active, even though we have enough credits, 100 credits, right? And it's probably the reason why we're unable to increase our quota and reason why we're unable to run a notebook on Spark. So for this problem, actually, you need to create a new support request, which is different from this. Support request for that problem should be subscription management, right? So what this implies is that even if you submit the request for this, it will take some time for Microsoft to reply you, and after that, you need to increase your subscription, the quota. So my suggestion is that at this point in time, your best shots, create a new account, a free account. And if you create a new free account, you have a 200 USD. Because most likely the reason why your sponsorship is not active is that probably you've used up your credit. You don't want to go to stress of sending message and waiting for 1 or 2 days for reply when you have like something to work on, right? So you can directly go create a new account, free account. Now I'm going to show you how to create a free account and subsequently run a Jupyter notebook on Spark. At this point, we're trying to create an Azure free account. All you need to do, go to your tab, your browser, and type Azure free account. And when you do that, you click on create your Azure free account. It will bring you to this page. And one information that's available on this page is that you're going to have free 200 Azure free credits that you can use. And also access to 3 other services. And it's going to be this is going to be for 30 days. And you still have access to popular services for 12 months. Now you're going to click on start for free. When you do that, it's going to bring you to this place. You start to create an account. So make sure you use an email address that you've never used before on Azure. After doing that, you click on next. It will request you to input your phone number, and also make sure that you use a phone number that you've never used in Azure. And after that, you should receive an email in your inbox notifying you of your free credits. And now, after creating Azure free account, you should receive an email in your inbox. In my own case, this is my email in my inbox. Reads, welcome to Azure, Louis. 12 months of free services and a 200 USD credit. That's it. Now let's go on to use this account to run our Spark notebook that was having issues earlier. Now let's see if it's going to work out. And let's go ahead with that. Now, after installing our free Azure, using our account, so that email account that we used in registering this free Azure, we should use that to run the Spark right now. So let's try to run the notebook on Spark. Click on this. And one thing about Spark, if you're running for the first time, if you're running the instance for the first time, then it's going to take some time. And after which subsequent cells will be able to run faster because the session has been established. So let's just wait for some time. Right now, like I said, it's gonna take some time. So after some time, it's now working fine. So I can run the subsequent cells. Let's run it, try it out. Now it's faster because the Spark instance have been created already. So we can run all the 3 cells. As you can see, yeah, they're not working fine. They're not working fine. So that's it. So the problem is solved. Basically, when you have such problem and you need to like create run the notebook as fast as possible, then you can actually create a new free account, Azure free account. And after creating Azure free account, make sure when you create the Azure free account, you use an email address and a phone number that you've never used before to create the Azure account, and use that Azure account to open your Spark notebook, and it'll be fine. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.